Now, is it your dream to have a home theater but you just don't have the space? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can get an amazing 4K 100-inch theater with surround sound with just 8.5 inches from the wall. You heard that right. This is EBP Man Tech Reviews, and today we're going to revisit the production version of the VAVA 4K Ultra Short Throw Projector. It's a home theater in a box, and the best thing, it's available on Amazon now. Let's check it out. Now, one of the biggest challenges with setting up a home theater is having the space. So in this video, we're going to review the VAVA 4K Ultra Short Throw Projector that's going to give you the ability to maximize the space in your home. Because literally, with 8.5 inches from the wall, you're going to get a 100-inch 4K screen. If you have 17 inches to spare, again, that's 17 inches of distance, you're going to be able to get 150-inch 4K images. Now, the great part about this product is that not only is it going to give you a great visual experience, but it will also give you a fantastic audio experience because it has a built-in surround system. So let's get right to it.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell icon to get notified when new videos become available.
Now, as we take a look at some of the highlights here, you're looking at a 6,000 lumen projector that has a 3,000:1 contrast ratio. You're looking at a footprint of 21 by 14 by 4, which is relatively small. A lot of different use cases. Has an ultra long battery life. We're talking 25,000 hours. And you're also looking at the latest technology, ALPD 3.0. And this is the kind of the laser technology that you see in some of the high-end theaters as we go to the show. Really, this is a projector that you're going to be able to have anywhere. Let's go ahead and check it out in our theater.
Now, my projector is sitting around 8 inches from the wall. It does have inputs into my Sonos system, and my HDMI cables are running from the back. Now, in the front of the projector, you have your power button, and this is the area where the image is going to be displayed. You do have 30-watt speakers in the front that are Harman Kardon that are going to give you that surround sound experience if you don't have a sound bar like mine. On both sides of the projector, you do have venting for cooling. Now, in my experience, the fans do operate really quietly. You can notice that the decibels are going to be around 40 to 46 dB. Let me stay quiet so you can see that. On the back of the projector, you do have 3 HDMI ports, one which supports AC, USB, you have an audio output, an AV input, optical out, HDMI, and your power port. Now, the first thing we're going to take a look at is what the projector would look like in a lit room. Now, I don't have any direct lighting right over my screen, so that really helps with my image, but the room is currently lit. I'm going to shoot down all the lights, and now you'll notice that the colors pop or start to pop more once all the lights are out. Now, the next thing we're going to do is look at the interface. And as you can see here, unlike the Xiaomi, the entire interface with VAVA 4K Ultra Short Throw Projector is in English. So let's start taking a look at the interface next. Now, the first thing that you'll notice is on the left side is you have kind of like a navigation screen that gives you access to all of the HDMI connections. So you'll notice this first one that you see here is the one that's currently active, and it's showing me a preview. You also then have an Android marketplace that you'll be able to download apps, a file manager to be able to access videos, photos, whatever you have either on the unit itself or in a USB stick. You also have multi-screening capabilities, and then at the very top you see several controls. First of all, your Wi-Fi connection, you have notifications, Bluetooth settings, and then the general settings. So let's take a look at the settings for a second. In the settings area, you're going to be able to establish your network. You're going to be able to look at all your sources. You're going to be able to play with the display settings. Let me show you a couple of things that you have here. You have the ability to change your display setting from standard to high, and we'll do that. It does get a little bit brighter. I normally stick with the standard mode. It's enough for my area, and we'll go out. You do have image parameters, so you can actually go, just like a TV would, go from standard color to theater to colorful to sport to custom, and then back to standard. I've been fine with actual standard settings, but you can also adjust these manually. So it has all the expected features that you would find in any kind of device that's projecting or showing images. You do have keystoning, and my wall isn't straight. It's not a newer home, so some of the newer homes may have straight walls, or even the floor is somewhat uneven. So I had to use the keystone to get the best image for me. And you can even still see that despite doing the adjustments that I did, I still have somewhat of a shift on the screen. So this is the best that I can get for my floor. This has nothing to do with the projector. This is just the unevenness of my floor. Now, the projector does have some adjustable legs underneath it where you can adjust the pitch and the angle. And again, this is as far as I can get based on the unevenness of my floor. Now here you have the power focus. So let me show you what that looks like. And again, this is going to give you the ability to adjust this even further. And then as we go further down, we have projection modes, and this is going to allow you to mirror, this is all for different type of placements depending on how you mount your projector, and then you can go back to normal. You do have sound settings, and in the sound settings, you can turn on different controls as well as determine what your output is going to be from, the standard speaker output, the HDMI ARC, and then also the optical out if that's something that you'd like to use. We'll go ahead and leave it on speaker for now. Under general settings, we have, again, your system version that you can update via USB drive, and then some additional information. This here, motion detection, allows that as soon as you get close to the laser, it will turn off so that you don't suffer any harm because of the brightness of the laser. And then you can see that we have input methods and lock screen information. Bluetooth settings is going to allow you to connect to multiple Bluetooth devices, and the other is going to allow you to start a tutorial as if you turned on the projector for the very first time. So next, let's go ahead and check out how a 4K streamed video would look like. Now this image is coming off of the new NVIDIA Shield, and it's a 4K image, and you can see how it fills up the screen. The blacks are black, the whites are white, everything is brilliant. Given the height of my ceiling and my screen, I'm not able to lower it any further, but you notice that there isn't any over bleeding of light coming at the very bottom. So everything still pops really nicely. Now the next thing we're going to do is compare these two projectors. So this is the VAVA, and then this is the Xiaomi. This is available also online and on Amazon, GearBest, and other websites, but it has a Chinese interface, and it's one that you cannot change. There are certain things that you can change to English, but 90% of the interface is in Chinese. I do have a video that I will include in the link area so that you can see what that looks like. Now it has similar ports, so it has the HDMI ports that we were talking about, it has the audio input ports or output ports, has everything looks very similar, but this one also does not have the type of speakers that this actual projector has. So while this one has a larger footprint, this one here does not have the Harman Kardon speakers like this one does. So what we're going to do next is just look at the image quality so you can see the comparison between the two. Now here are the images side by side of the VAVA and the Xiaomi projector. I found that the VAVA did the best job in reproducing the colors in the images. If you take a look at the dolphins, for example, in this video, they have much more detail. I found this to be the case with many of the comparisons that I went through. Matter of fact, my tests included taking this same video and running it on several smartphones as well as several computers just to see what the colors would look like on different devices and which of these two projectors did the best job of reproducing it. Case again, the VAVA did the best job. So guys, that wraps up our review of the VAVA 4K Ultra Short Throw Projector. It's available on Amazon now, and it'll be a great gift for this holiday season. See you in the next one.